So you're thinking about buying a Universal Audio Apollo, and you should be. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Emily Bowie. I'm a producer and an engineer here in Nashville, Tennessee. Now I've got timestamps available for your convenience, but if you would like to help the channel out, just hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave me a comment. Let me know what interface you use, and if you're thinking about switching or upgrading, and if you've ever considered the Universal Audio Apollos. Universal Audio is the forerunner in digital audio, period. So of course you're interested in the Universal Audio interface line. But there's quite a few to choose from, and they're not the cheapest on the block. But there's a couple of great options for those of you who want to shift to UA. And personally, I highly recommend that you do. Each of the interfaces in the Apollo line offers something special, but more importantly, what they do offer in each of those is specific things that meet your specific needs. And I do recommend using your certain needs in order to find the best Apollo for you. For me, I chose to go with an Apollo X6. The X6 gives me 2 unison preamps so that I can record an instrument and a vocal at the same time. And that suits me just fine. I'm not in a big space anymore, so there wasn't really any need for me to have 4 or 8 unison pre's. I'm not going to be miking up a drum kit or a live band. Plus, your surrounding neighbors probably aren't going to be very happy with the noise that you're making. So why did I want to go with the Apollo X6? Well, there's a few reasons, so let's go over them. But first, if you are working in Pro Tools, I'd like to invite you to check out my brand new mixing course and templates. Using these templates gets you quicker professional sounding mixes, and the courses help you build up your portfolio with the included multi-tracks, as well as an in-depth look at how I mix certain styles of music. It's also a great way to help support the channel while learning great analog techniques that have been adapted to work all in the box. Now, one thing you might be asking is, why did I choose the X6 over the, say, Apollo Twin X? They both have 2 unison pre's, they both have a high Z input, and one's more portable than the other. Well, let's go over some of the features and specs. The Apollo 6X is a 16 by 22 Thunderbolt 3 audio interface with class-leading 24-bit 192 kilohertz conversion. This gives an ultra-pristine signal path with 129 dB of dynamic range. It has real-time hexa-core processing. That gives you 6 cores of processing through UAD plugins at a near 0 latency rate. Now, the biggest thing for me with the X series is the top-shelf sound quality. This comes from the Elite class A to D, D to A conversion, and dual crystal clocking. This produces artifact-free recording and a solid stereo image. When I first got this Apollo X6 up and running, the difference in my monitor playback was night and day from any interface that I had had before. Now, this type of conversion and clocking is only available with the rack mount X series. That was another reason that I decided to go with the X6 instead of the Apollo Twin X. There's still a lot of similar features between the Twin X and the X6, but it was really just wanting that type of clocking and conversion that I was ready to set out for. I don't just do a lot of production work with the X6. I also do a lot of mixing, and I really need to have that pristine stereo image. Also, with the X6, you're getting 6 cores of processing, which is going to up your DSP power and allow you to use more plugins when mixing. With the Twin, you're only going to be able to choose between 2 and 4 cores of processing, which is fine. If you're going to be recording some demos and you're going to be using a lot of, samples in your productions, then by all means, the Twin would probably have been the route that I would use if that was what I have my main focuses towards. But because I do a little bit more mixing, I decided to go with the extra processing. And to be honest with you, my next purchase will probably be the Twin X. It's something that I can keep on the desk here that I can use as a monitor control. It's going to give me 2 more unison pre's, and it's going to up some more DSP power for me. Now, another huge reason that I recommend the Universal Audio Apollo interface line is because Luna. It's a DAW, it's a recording console, it's amazing. The unison technology is only going to increase and surpass any sort of digital recording. In fact, it already has. The fact that you can record through plugins with basically 0 latency, that's pretty amazing. And they've made it free if you have an Apollo interface. So, which Apollo is right for you? If you don't feel the need to spend that much money, then consider the X6. You have 6 in and out. You've got 2 unison pre's so that you can record with the UAD plugins, 6 cores of processing, lots of DSP, the dual crystal clocking. And if you don't have a rack to put it in, it fits perfectly on a desk. So if you are also into production and mixing, mastering, then I would recommend the Apollo X6. Now, if you are mostly focusing on bedroom productions, which I say that term loosely because you can get very much professional music production from your bedroom. And it's all because of the Apollos, pristine and professional sounding. So if you aren't really into mixing and mastering and you're just wanting to get your productions out there and maybe send them off to someone else to mix and master, then I would probably recommend the Apollo Twin X. Has all of the same features. You still have your high Z input. You have access to Luna and console. It's great for monitor control right on your desk there. It's very portable. You can stick it in a backpack along with your laptop. And it's a little bit more affordable. Now there's a couple of options with the Twin X. You can get that with 2-core processing or 4. So if you are thinking about upgrading your interface or just starting out and you really feel like this is your career path, then I highly recommend the Universal Audio Apollo X interfaces. It comes with its own recording system, its own DAW, no subscription models to plugins. Everything that you purchase, everything that's included is yours to keep. It's only going to continue to grow and get better. And as soon as Luna gets access to Surface controllers, there's no turning back. But even if for some reason you don't like Luna, this works with all the other DAWs. So I hope that the next time that you're thinking about upgrading your interface or getting into this whole world of music production, I hope you consider the Universal Audio Apollo X series interfaces. They've got one that suits every need, and I promise you it is well worth the money. If you enjoyed this video and found something helpful in it, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel to see more like it. And leave a comment below to let me know what you thought. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to check out the brand new mixing course that I have available. I'll leave a link down in the description. It's the best and quickest way to help support the channel and keep allowing me to bring you new content. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. We'll talk soon.